Yeah, you know it. It's new week, new heat. Big Ken, Benji Banks, and we got some fire friends with us today, y'all. So y'all
What?
already know what it is. It's the fire session. Let's light this thing up. All right.
Still,
So you tapped in. You know who it is. And we
we in there.
live today. We live. We live. This is live. So we have another dope episode for you. We have some fire friends, as I mentioned. We have Sequoia, Neff, and we have
Hey.
Pushing P Bullies, as
Yeah.
you may know her. She's been on the show previously as well as Sequoia has as well. But we had to bring our people back because, we interview them about their businesses and, the seriousness of it all. But we want to know what they think about some other topics.
Right, right,
So they
right,
have
right.
they have lives outside of their businesses, and we want to dig into that a little bit, dig into their
Just a little bit.
mind and their thought process. And
Yeah.
so welcome, ladies. Welcome back.
Make you
Thank
laugh a little
you.
bit.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I want to know what's the topics today. I want to know what we're going to talk about. I'm ready.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely. We're gonna get into
Wait,
some.
let me not speak too soon. I don't know. You might throw something at me.
I mean, this is
Right.
this is the fire session, so sometimes it gets a little hot.
It's getting hot in here.
It get a
All
little
I
right.
hot when
mean,
we ask these questions.
All
I'm sure
righty.
George Bush didn't know that shoe was coming at him.
Oh, well, don't throw no shoe.
I
Wow, definitely not a
mean,
shoe.
it might happen. You know what I'm saying? So
The only
I
thing
Right,
I
don't
want
right.
thrown at me is some money. That's it. Don't
know.
throw
Well, all
shoes.
right. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. But before we jump into the fire, we got to make sure our people is good as usual. Y'all know how we do it here at the fire session. So our fire friends, we're gonna start with you, Miss P, P pushing P. How you doing today? Mentally, physically, emotionally, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I think I was telling you guys I'm restarting my page from scratch, so it's a work. Recently my page got taken, but I'm good. I'm happy. I'm ready to work. But it's been a great day.
Hackers are whack, man. I can't believe it. It's crazy. So, but we know you're gonna get that status back. They can't hold you
Mhm.
back, so we know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Benji said hackers are whack, so hackers don't come at me. Benji said that.
Right,
Benji said
right.
that.
Listen, Ken
Benji said
already
that.
knows they be trying to steal my page like crazy. I mean, one time I'm just sitting there with the phone and it's just scrolling. I'm like, some man. Listen,
It
I
just
have like
disappeared. Huh?
I mean, I guess it's not hackers. Well, it could be some bots or something, but I have like three or four people I just discovered in the past month have my photos and my name and my
Oh,
company on their page with a different picture.
Wow.
I
oh
mean,
Yeah,
you got
or
no.
they'll
about
take my picture and put a different name. So
it's like three or four of them out there with my name on it like that. I just somebody
What?
got a WhatsApp with my. I'm like, what is going on? But
It's kind of scary though, because after a certain age, I'm like, how do you have time to do that? I barely have time to make my own emails up.
Well, a lot of these people are kids though. A
yeah,
lot of these hackers
they
are
mm,
bored. They ain't
kids.
got nothing to
They
do.
bored, they ain't got nothing to do, just sitting at home, asking Chat
Well,
GPT how to
I
hack people
really do
stuff.
hope it's a kid.
I
or
mean,
scam artists.
Yeah, they get
facts.
that's what they do
Somebody
for a
just hit me
living.
up yesterday and said, "Hey, I got scammed for $700 from somebody saying they were the CEO of your business." I said, "Okay."
Right. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
I think
Eh,
that was the scam. The scam was to say they got scammed.
Yeah, so
Right,
they can get the
Right.
money up off of you. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
definitely.
Can I
Uh,
get that 700 back?
Right.
Right.
all right, so
Nah.
Sequoia, how you doing? How you doing mentally, physically, emotionally? You
I'm
good?
I'm good. I'm good. Life is good. I'm here in Atlanta right now. I'll be flying out to LA in the morning, early, bright and early in the morning. I was supposed to be in Italy right now, but
Mm.
I had to take care of some stuff in LA, so hopefully I'll get there next week. But yeah, life is good.
Get to
Okay.
Italy. What part? Santorini? What you
So,
think?
well, that's Greece.
And
But we were supposed to
Something like that.
we were supposed to start, we as in my daughter and I, we were gonna start in Venice, go down to
Mhm.
Rome, Pompeii, Amalfi Coast, and Naples, and then fly back. It was a week or like 9-day trip. So
Hmm.
Okay.
Handle
Yeah.
that. Handle that. Handle
Sounds
that.
dope. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing all right, man. I ain't got no complaints, man. Everything's floating like I needed to float. Dropped some new music on my worship team for Sunday. So we did a song, got another one coming up. So all just a bunch of things that I'm proud about that are happening, and I'm grateful for that. So, but no complaints, man. And truth be told, if I was complaining, wouldn't nobody be listening anyway. So I'd be straight.
I mean, hey, that's what happens when you grown, man. You know, you got
Yeah.
grown people problems, and people
Mhm.
nobody cares because they got the problems of their own.
I just tell
Facts.
everybody I'm good. I'm good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
I'm
say
all
you
right.
bad, they're
You know what
gonna
I'm
tell
saying?
everybody.
Right. But it's
Mm-hmm.
okay though. You know what I'm saying? You got, you got a one or two, you know what I'm saying, that's solid with you that be like, you straight, you sure, that type of thing. And we even throw you a couple ends, stuff like that. But other than that, man, ain't no use complaining. Keep grinding, keep going forward and make it happen. So
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know what? When y'all were talking about, people stealing your content and people taking your pictures and making pages of their own, just think about it. On the bad side, at least you're not ugly. At least your content is good because people want it. Imagine somebody out there,
Right.
they're ugly and they're posting pictures all day long and nobody steals their stuff and they want somebody to steal their stuff. They want
I
That's
somebody to
mean,
funny.
distribute it. So see,
that is
there's
the
always another side to it.
a
That's a good
silver
way to look at
lining,
it.
as they say,
Now,
huh?
now that you put it in perspective, yeah.
I
Hey,
mean, it
that's
wouldn't be trying to steal your page if you wasn't,
yeah.
I appreciate
Your
you, Ken.
content has to be good in order for them to want it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing too is just that people can't see that these are spam accounts. It's like people are on the pictures commenting, and I'm like, that's not even me. Like you can't tell this is a spam account.
Man,
People
no,
ain't
Shaking my head.
people aren't as bright as you might think.
yeah, they're not as smart as you want to give them credit for.
Common
Sadly,
sense is definitely not so common.
That is a fact.
it's a fact.
Mhm.
It's
So
a
yeah,
struggle when you're ugly and you're not intelligent.
And then he said I was ugly and I couldn't read good.
Those type of people do exist. I just want you to
wow,
know that.
Benji. Wow,
Oh,
I'm
really,
just,
really, Benji,
wow.
really.
You
He
got
said it.
you got
I
to
ain't
deal with
say
both
it,
of
y'all.
those. That's a
we,
lot.
we live, right?
Yeah. Like, goddamn.
You ugly and
Wowzers.
dumb. You got pick a struggle. You got
One, just
both.
I
one.
mean, some
Man,
people can't pick. It was selected for them.
Wow. Wow.
I mean,
God, Benji said that,
Right,
not Ken.
I'm
Not Ken.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
Give that to
sorry.
Benji. Give that
I'm
to Benji.
sorry, Lord, but
you got a
Put that
lot coming your way, Benji. You starting off. I mean,
I
man.
know, man. You
put
know
that
it's
on his
been
tally sheet.
raining too, right?
You
Like
about
I
to
ain't
you
trying to
about
see
you
no
about to get
thunder.
hacked by some ugly dumb person.
Hey man,
Didn't
they
even
done,
see it
they done
coming.
they done did it before, man. Stole the page and then tried to sell the joint back to me. It
That's
was just
wild.
diabolical, but it's all right. It's all right. I've overcome that hurt that took place at that particular moment. So
All right, y'all. So, as we stated before, we live. We see y'all out there. We see y'all rolling in. So drop your questions and your wild opinions in
yeah,
the comment box, and we gonna read them. We might put them on the screen if they're appropriate. If they are appropriate, I'll
facts.
repeat.
Yeah,
Because we know how y'all used to get down. We used to do lives all the time. Some of y'all put some stuff in the comments, and we'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, now, whoa,
the
yeah."
brothers was getting super excited when we would have pretty ladies on the show.
Mm.
So I'm just saying, and it would get rather testy sometimes, but it's all right.
Mm.
We got y'all back. We got y'all. All right.
And what Denzel Washington said in Malcolm X, that brother's starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, so we got a few hot topics we want to chop it up about before we jump into the main topic, which is dating in 2025. We're gonna start it out with a little sad news today. We got news earlier that musician D'Angelo passed away today from pancreatic cancer. If you will recall, the mother of his child, Angie Stone, passed away back in March of this year. So now their son has lost both of his parents in less than a year, man. That is that's tough.
That's
That's
very tough.
tough. That's
Yeah.
very, 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 very tough. But you know, when I start seeing the things pop up on my timeline, my first reaction was to wait. Because you know how people get down, they start putting stuff out there, and then you're like,
Right.
okay, is this real or not? And sadly,
Right.
sadly,
It was
I was waiting for, you know, some other news sources
to put it out there,
to put
right?
it out there, because you know, we gotta wait for those official word.
Right.
So you know, it became official, and you know, you start seeing people, you know, making posts about D'Angelo, people, you know, sharing his music and what his music meant to them. So, you know, that's what I wanted to kind of ask you all first. You know, I know we listen to a lot of music. I myself was a big D'Angelo fan, especially
Right.
you know, when he first came out, a lot of the music that he rolled out with. So, Sequoia, were you a big D'Angelo fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. I mean that. How does it feel? Oh, woo.
Did you see? Hold on, but did y'all see the body roll? Did y'all
Yeah.
see? She got
I
really
think we
into
got
it.
to give her a moment.
Yeah,
No,
like
yeah,
she
no.
needed that.
Yeah, no, I like D'Angelo. I love that his style of music for sure. I was just tripping today because it's like 51?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's young.
51.
That's still young. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough.
that's, you know, we're there.
Right, right.
You know.
Yeah.
A few years away
So
from that joint, so
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. And you know, it's funny because when Sequoia started doing the little body roll, every time I hear that song in my head, I think about how hype the ladies were when that video came
oh
out.
my gosh.
Oh
When
yeah,
that video
facts.
hit, first of all, it was called Untitled. And
Yeah,
then we were like, what the heck? What the heck is that? Untitled. And then when they start showing the video, I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
right.
Now I gotta go get abs too because I'm gonna be unacceptable. I'm not gonna meet the mark because I don't have abs like that. I gotta go get in the gym even harder.
Right.
So, you know, it was easier and when you were in your 20s than now when I'm in my 40s. So, you know,
Do you
hey.
I
think he
mean,
kind of sparked you know, guys who want to get in shape after
I
that?
I think so. I think so. I think between him and LL at that time, they were on a lot of stuff, and LL was known for being in videos with his shirt off, with oil on, and all that good stuff.
mhm.
So yeah, a lot of those guys around that time was on their, you know, as we say, on the sexy tip. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you know, I think that kind of started a new wave of people being in the gym. That first real wave of it. Now you know it's just a fad. You know, it
Right.
comes and it goes. Everybody wants to post gym content, but you know, not many people are in the gym like that. Not looking like D'Angelo was in the video, cut up. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you say, all right, man, you in the gym every day, but when I see you, you look like you at McDonald's every day. There's a difference.
Was it what? Who made the like parody video of that? Was it Jamie Foxx?
Jamie
Yes,
Foxx.
Jamie. But even
Oh,
Jamie Foxx was
wow.
cut up. So
I gotta go look at that. I feel like I slightly remember that.
And
yeah,
so
Did
it
he
was
have
on the
the same
Jamie
braids?
Foxx show. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's on
even
the
Jamie
Jamie Foxx
Foxx was
show.
cut up. He was in great shape, so it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't far fetched that he would try to, you know, he'd be able to pull that off. But you know, it's just those moments that, you know, music by D'Angelo and his artistry, you know, sparked creative things around other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And of course his music, because for me, the first album, Brown Sugar,
Yeah.
was like everything for a while,
Yeah.
because to me, it was like that album was not too far after, you know, a couple years later, but it was like Lauryn Hill's album, and then Brown Sugar came along,
Right.
and like those were like two monumental albums, especially within that same type of music realm. Something other than hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that we were drawn to in our 20s, you know, late teens, early 20s, in that
It was
time
fine.
frame. So but Pushin P, how about you? Were you a fan of D'Angelo at all?
Well, I'm a little bit younger than y'all.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I definitely I grew up listening to him in the home.
Okay.
My aunt was a huge fan, so yes, I'm very in tune with the whole R&B, and music just isn't made the way it used to be
Right.
made.
Right.
My
That's
son tells me that all the time. He say, "Mom, you know, you grew up in the best era of music.
Right.
Hmm.
Like that, like the 80s, 90s R&B, early
Right.
2000s.
I still listen to it.
That's like I think that's one of the best eras.
The
Mhm.
craftsmanship, there was more, the artists paid more attention. They had to focus on the music more. Because if
Mhm.
you were making music, you came out with music in the 80s, you were probably really creating it late 70s, where you
Mhm.
actually had to put all the work in. You didn't have a ton of beat machines, you know, and
Mhm.
all that
Took
type of
more than
stuff.
just
Mhm.
being good looking to
Right.
to
I feel
make
like the
music.
music was better
Mhm.
when men lied to us.
They still
Now
lying.
they
What you
tell us the
talking
truth is
about?
not as good.
Of
It's better
course.
when they lie,
No, brothers was just in love
They was
back
no, they was
then.
singing these
You know?
songs and you know they had women. Come on.
Of
That's
course,
a
you know what I'm
fact.
saying? I mean, listen, even to this day, if you make up a good story for a woman, she believe it. I
He
mean,
said, I'll give
hey,
you the sun.
I give you the sun, the moon, the wind, the stars, and the
Yeah,
mountain. I
right,
give you the
right.
world.
Just
Can't give you none of that,
Well, I'm gonna tell you
but I'm
something.
gonna
My
tell
OG,
you I
I'm
can.
gonna tell you something. My OG used to tell me, you treat a woman so good, she'll lie to herself. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's what was happening. They
and you
was
won't
treating
even need to
women.
lie to her. You can tell her the truth.
Yeah, she'll lie to
She
herself.
gonna
She'll
hear
tell.
something else.
So, but
That's a
yeah,
fact.
like the music back then was, I think, different too, because you weren't selling the artist so much, you were selling the art,
Right.
right? So now it's flipped, right? They're pushing the
It's
artist
true.
more than the actual art. The
Right.
Right.
craft itself isn't what it used to be, and also because of technology, it's become microwave music,
Right. And
right?
that brings up an interesting thought, because, well, and I know it's going to come out even more, of course, because of his passing. That whole video for the "How Does It Feel" and the Untitled, D'Angelo didn't want to be displayed that way. He
Hmm.
wanted the crafts. He wanted his craftsmanship. And I know the stories are going to come out more and more and more, but people who actually knew him knew
Yeah.
he didn't want to be looked at as a sex symbol. His publicists and the people behind him pushed that idea. He wanted it to be more about his music, because he was a great musician, great singer, all of that. And they had to actually push him into it. So much so that after the whole tour and everything was done, he went into hiding. And that's when people were
Oh
like, he
wow.
started to get into the drugs and the stuff like that, because he didn't want women to view him as a sex symbol. And he hated the tour even on it. And I know more and more of that will come out as people start talking more about it. But it was interesting to kind of read up and listen to his story and how he didn't really want that. So, Ken, when you say that they focus more on the artist instead of the craftsmanship and things of that nature, that's very true, because that's what we got nowadays.
That's 100. Yeah. That's why, people are they're more focused on trying to sell all their shenanigans
Right,
and, um pull people in with silly things they're doing that's just completely outside of the music, you
right.
know. And
It's
yeah, it's not
interesting.
about music anymore. That's true.
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, it's definitely interesting the way that music has gone. Even when you think about, when I was looking through the catalog today at his stuff, he's
Mhm.
only had a few albums, and he's one of those few artists who only had a few albums, but his impact was more
Yeah,
than the body of work,
right.
right?
Mhm.
You have a lot of artists who put out a lot of music, right? And some of
He
those
had a body of work, all right.
She stuck on that part.
yo.
Yeah, that's
Wrong
why
person.
she had that roll going. I
Listen,
said,
look, I lie to myself. I hear what I want to hear.
You know what, I can definitely respect that, right? Because
right,
when it comes to music, and especially from a guy standpoint, when we see the ladies, we kind of have the same understanding. You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
some ladies who we see that are nice, and then they have great talent, and there's some who we see that are nice and not so much talent, but they look nice, so
right.
we give them a pass.
Give him a
So
pass.
but D'Angelo was one of those guys. He was blessed with both. He had a lot of art. He had a lot of artistic talent, and he had the body to go with it to pull the ladies in. But he had a message behind his music. So that's one of those things we'll miss by losing some of these artists that we grew up with, that
Right,
are gone on now. That we have their music. So, well, we just have to do a better job of letting our kids hear that music because my daughter actually listens to a lot of 90s music herself, and she's
Right.
14.
Right.
Oh yeah, my son too.
Oh
My
yeah.
son, he'll be listening to Tupac, Biggie. Yeah, that's a must in my home. You can't be listening to all the new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
Yes.
people
as
tell my
hidden.
kids all the time, they're like, "What you know about that?" And they like, "No, I know all these artists."
They forget that we actually had a life before we became super chill, as you know what I'm saying, in
You know what
in
my
our
son
life.
told me the other day? He said, "Mom," he said, "You know, when I was little, I would just sing all these love songs. I'd be sitting in the back seat of the car, listen to all these love songs and stuff." He said, "I didn't know what I was singing." He said, "But now that I'm older," he said, "I was thinking, Mama nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mama, you."
Oh, facts.
I said,
Oh,
"Well,
that's
how
What
you
facts.
did you
do?"
got
I said,
here?
"Listen, every generation has said that about every generation, right?"
Right. That is
Yeah.
a fact.
Mhm.
A good example of that, and we'll move on, is there is an artist, I think his name is Marvin Cease. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Old school people will know about this. He got a song called Candy Liquor. When we was younger, we were like, Candy Liquor, all right.
Oh,
And
we thought,
you
yeah,
get older, you be
candy.
like, oh,
Candy. Yeah.
oh, he talking
Yeah,
about
like,
niggas some,
oh, okay, that's what he's talking about.
that's what he talking about.
Uh-huh.
Because let's
Mhm.
be
Uh-huh.
honest, by the time you're 40, you definitely know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, we learned in our 20s yeah, unless you had an OG uncle who
Mhm.
just gave you the game. I'm glad I had some OG uncles to tell me a few things.
Well, we
So
know you. You knew in your 20s.
So
You just
you
said it.
learned the
So
game
yeah,
early, is what you're saying.
yeah.
hmm hmm
Benji
yeah.
was listening to Marvin Cease early.
Yeah,
All right,
Stairway to Heaven is not talking about going to heaven by the
facts.
OJs. I
It's a
just want you
fact.
to know that.
It's a fact.
Yeah, it's a
Something's
different type
going
of
up. All right.
heaven.
Yeah, something going up. All
Right.
right. All right.
Facts.
All right.
Rest in peace, D'Angelo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. Rest in peace to him, and shout out to his son and prayers for his other family members
Yeah.
and friends and people as they go through this difficult time. So yeah, definitely. Staying in the music lane with a little bit more bad news, unfortunately. Kanye West is rumored to be gearing up for another presidential run in 2028. It's
Mm,
sad news for me because Kanye has transformed himself into something that I'm not quite sure what it is. Right? It's very, very weird. Well, what he's become, and to watch his transitions through his career from what we knew him from at the very beginning,
hmm
right? And I want to say that when his mother passed away, that
Yeah.
was a huge turning point in his life, and he started to get a little weird. He started to get a little weird.
Yeah.
But him running for president, I don't think that's a good idea, bro. I don't think that's a
I
good idea.
mean, anytime, listen, publicity is publicity in today. And people be starving for publicity in today's time,
True.
especially with 45, 47 in the office. He got to be at every headline in every space. And I think Kanye has adapted that concept. He has to be in every headline. If it's a major headline, if he ain't creating wave with music, he's got to create it some other way, right? So, yeah, I mean,
Well, I'm at a cross here when it comes to Kanye.
yeah,
I anytime somebody or the mass people are trying to shut somebody up,
mhm,
that's when I listen.
right,
That's when I listen to them, when everybody's trying to shut them up.
right,
And so, or throw mud on their name. So
right.
my thing is this: yeah, he's weird, and his delivery is sometimes, he has a wild delivery sometimes.
He's a wild boy.
But
Just leave it at that. Huh?
but I think if people really try to pay attention to what he's trying to tell you, and even sometimes he might talk in code. I think some of the things that he's saying has some truth to him, and another reason
I
that I
agree. Yeah,
feel that way is because I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people in the industry, and people are like, he might
yeah,
not look at what he's talking about. Like we might
yeah.
not.
No,
A lot of people might be scared to say what he's saying.
Yeah.
right.
He's
No,
bold
I
enough to
agree.
say some things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I think his delivery, his methods, and this is 2025 with the whole people want attention thing and whatever, and it's all that added to it. And he's in a whole different world from us because You know, when you
Tax
got all
bracket,
that money
everything.
in
Yeah.
the industry like that, you know, you think about things, your perspective is a little bit different. But what he got to say, I'm trying to hear it, because I don't know. Why
I
y'all
mean,
trying to
I
shut him
hear it,
up?
but I don't know about him having him run this country.
I don't know about running for president, but I want to hear what he's saying
Speak
along the
on,
way.
he might be right about it. I'm right about a lot of things. Don't mean I need to be a president. Like, it's just some things
Yeah,
is
he be
hard.
but I mean, again, it's publicity. So if I run for president, you know, and if I get a political campaign going, I mean,
It's
you
a
He's
know,
not gonna
win-win.
make
I'm back in
president.
this. It's a win-win. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
soon after I can drop an album and talk about
Right.
or produce and create. You get what I'm saying? So there are some creative juices that start to get to flowing when you're in particular spaces. You know what I mean? So it gives you more to talk about.
I'd
Yeah.
So,
probably
but
listen more if he threw the polo back on and walked around with the bear. We need that Kanye back.
Definitely not.
He's not gonna make president. You know,
right,
it's all wild. You know, it's all public publicity, like you said.
Yeah.
right.
But listen, along the way, I want to listen to every single one of his speeches.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I
His
want
I
to
would
see
be
what he's
speeches are
talking
interested.
fact.
about
I
along the
would
way.
too. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
we
think
know
it-
he's not gonna be president.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I'm gonna
think-
tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm
well,
tuning
I
in
think
for
we
the show.
all are, right? Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think it'd be very interesting. He's an interesting guy, and yeah, of course, you know, I to be honest with you, I agree with Sequoia. I've always been a proponent of Kanye West and his rhetoric, whether people agree with it or not. You know, a lot of the
Right.
stuff that he says is speaking from a perspective, as we always say, of some of my mentors. He's looking from the top down, and we don't have a view from up there because we never been there. So, you know, a lot of stuff that he's saying is it's going over our heads because it's beyond our comprehension because we
Right.
haven't seen it. So, yeah, it would definitely be interesting. As I mentioned, it's a win-win for him because he's Kanye, so he's gonna push something. He does what a businessman does. While you have people's attention, let me say you something. So he's gonna do that. I guarantee you, he's gonna sell something along the way. But I mean, let's just be honest. Is he too far-fetched from the president that we currently have, who's been in office twice? No.
No.
He's gonna do the same thing because it's the same thing he does. Attention
Yeah.
grab, and just do what the heck he wants, and then sells you stuff. He got a Trump phone. He
When
got
you
Trump
put it that way,
shoes.
I'd rather have Kanye.
but that's what. But see, that's what I don't think people understand because you
Right.
know we're saying this is weird for us to say, hey,
Right.
Kanye running for president. Do you know that when we were in high school and Trump was, you know, the businessman back then, and somebody
Right.
said he was running for president back then, we would have
was
looked at you like, what?
Yeah.
Worse yet, not even just run, but win twice.
Right. Right.
Right? I mean, it would have been unheard of. But
Right.
I mean, hey, if Trump can do it, now everybody looks at that and says, you know what? If he can do it, maybe I got a shot too.
I'm not mad at him. Go for your
might be
dreams.
I might be going for president.
I'll vote for you.
Take a shot at it.
Fact.
got my
I'm
vote.
just saying. You
Might
know
as
what I'm saying?
well.
Get your boy up there with, you know, name in the lights. Get a little
Hey.
a little pub. I ain't mad at it.
Hey, as my dad always tells me, you miss every shot you don't shoot. So might as well shoot it.
Right?
All right, even if it's a brick. All
Right.
right.
Airball.
All right, y'all. Speaking of wild things occurring, and you know, Kanye West is full of surprises and things. And yes, him becoming president would be a little scary at points, right? But there's also a show that we used to watch, or that some of us used to watch, and people used to find entertaining, called Fear Factor. Right. So this country right now, some people would say that there's some of this stuff that's going on is the episode of Fear Factor for sure. But that show is actually returning in 2026, and the host will be Johnny Knoxville of the show Jackass. So that's going to be very interesting because now that they're starting to bring back shows that were previously on, I think the reception for some of those shows is going to be very different than what it was previously, because the way we receive information and entertainment now is so different than what it was 20 years ago.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, when it comes to that, did any of you all watch the show Fear Factor when it was on originally?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
caught
what
it.
did,
Couple
Yeah.
episodes.
So how did you enjoy that show? Did you really get into it? Where like, man, I could do that one. I want to
Is
do that
that the
one right
one where
there.
they were like eating ants or worms or
Yes.
something?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I
Putting
saw it a
their
couple
hands with
times. Not really my
tarantulas and
flavor,
all
but
that. Mhm.
I
yeah,
mean, the first thing is, if you had to eat something that was like super gross, I mean,
just kill
that
me.
was kind of like the highlight of it. It was always something that was really, really, really over the top. But the fact that you could win that money was really the caveat of it all, right? But
I'm
I
not doing
mean,
it.
you ain't gonna eat no
You say
crickets.
eat this worm or I'm killing you.
You ain't gonna eat no
You ain't
crickets.
never heard of no
No,
chocolate
I'm not
covered
eating a
crickets?
worm. Just take me
Chocolate
out.
covered worms, chocolate covered crickets,
I don't care how
frog
much
legs.
money they offer me. I'm not eating a cricket.
Well,
I mean,
Not
listen,
doing
I
it.
grew up in the country. We ate frog legs, we ate turtle,
I
we
ate
pulled the
frog. I
heads of
ate
locusts.
turtle. I grew up in the country too, but I'm not eating I'm not crunching on a bug. I'm not or
She
eating a
said
worm.
we
I'm
not
not.
there no more.
Protein,
It's
Sequoia,
it's
protein.
texture. It's the texture for me. I
It's
don't
the
even eat
protein
oatmeal because
though.
I don't like the texture. It's the texture.
Oh, imagine you take a bite and it just does the little cricket sound.
Soon as what's it called? The outside skeletal soon as it crunch,
Uh,
take me out. Just take me out.
hey,
I'm not
listen,
doing it.
Hulk Hogan said prayers, protein, and vitamins. You know what I'm saying? You eat a little cricket, you get a little protein in
Yeah, I
there.
get
You know
my
what I'm saying? You might
protein
be all
another
right.
way.
well, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and we can move on. This is 2025. People eat butt, so I'm figuring like they're gonna have to find something really crazy for people to eat now, because people out here eating butt at a high rate. So it ain't no eating a cricket
I
is
Copious
nothing.
mean,
amounts.
Eating a cricket is
Fam,
look,
How
nothing.
did I get on this
fam,
panel?
copious amounts.
Eating a cricket is
look, just
nothing.
because somebody eat butt don't mean they want to eat a cricket.
I'm just saying, like, might as
Just
well.
saying.
And the cricket probably cleaner, but
Now that is a wild thought that a bug walking around this planet is
I'm
cleaner than a
dead.
human who has access to water and soap.
They don't mean they
Mm.
use it though.
That is sad.
Dave, the dope fiend shooting dope, who don't know the meaning of water or soap. That is a
Hey.
Man.
wild concept.
All right. So speaking of fear factor, man, I heard the dating
That
scene
definitely was
is
fear factor.
yeah. I heard the dating scene in 2025 is definitely scary. And there's a lot going on out here. So let's just be honest, right?
Mm. All right,
Dating, from
Sequoia.
what I hear, is pretty ghetto, and folks don't really even want to connect anymore. They just don't want to be lonely. So
Right,
people have to read between the lines of what I just said. People don't want to connect. They just don't want to be by themselves no more. So
right,
they get with people in order to just occupy their time.
right,
So with that concept, I think that leads into our first, part of the conversation we want to have is situationships versus real relationships. And I think the situationship part is what a lot of these people are in, and they don't even know it sometimes because of their need for company or
right.
companionship. So Sequoia, talk to us.
why you
what
gotta throw
you
me out first? Why I
well, you're the person
Why me?
you're the person who's actively dating that I know of,
I'm
right?
actually not. Listen, I
Yeah,
haven't. I
Well,
can't
well,
even
you're
tell you the
single.
last time
Let's
I've
put it
been on
like
a
that.
date.
Let's put it like
I
that.
single,
don't.
You're
single, right?
single. You're single. Let's put it
I'm
like that.
single and I
Yes.
don't date. I'm
Okay.
She said
single,
she's not
single. Like
ready
my
to
phone is
mingle.
dry, single. Like I don't get a hey big head, good morning, none of
Just say
that.
None of that.
I'm single, single. But I don't
Your
I
posts
don't
be
even try
hilarious
anymore.
though.
It's
Yeah,
too
they
Okay.
much.
be hilarious on your dating spot. So we got okay. So I'll say this: give us the last time you went on a date,
You gonna make me
and
live through that again? I gotta live through that again.
She's
I mean,
I'm
give
about to
us
get
some.
bullied.
twitching a little bit.
She went from this to
My kids still bully me about this. I don't even want to date no more.
Wow.
dang.
What happened?
The last date that I went on, or do you want to hear one of the crazy dates that I've been on?
Give me one of the craziest ones. Give me one of the
Oh
craziest ones because I
God.
know that's interesting.
Okay, I'll tell you one of the funnier dates that I've been on, and I'm still talking about this to this day. So This guy asked me out. He said, "Hey," he said, "you like burgers?" I said, "I love burgers. You know, I'm not one of those. You don't have to take me to a big fancy date. You know, it's about the conversation. It's about the, you know, him putting it together and those types of things more than it is about where we go, right? So I'm not one of those women like, if he don't take me on a fancy date, then that's not me. But that's another conversation. So I said, yeah. He said, well, I want to take you to the place that has got the best burgers in LA. I said, all right, let's go. And he's dressing it up, telling me about all this, you know. I said, okay, let's go. We get there. We're looking at the menu, and I'm greedy. I love to eat. That's my pastime. So I'm like, okay, oh, I want this with all of this on there. We both order. We sit down. We're just talking, vibing. The waitress comes out, and she sits down some fries and a burger. And I said, well, where's mine? She said, oh, I didn't know that you wanted it. I was like, what do you mean you didn't know I wanted it? She said, I didn't know you wanted the burger. And then he looked at the receipt. And he's like, oh, I guess she only did charge me for one. Now, the bill came up to, I forget how much it came up to, like almost $50 just for what he ordered. Because he had like a shake, a bottle of water, burger, and this junkyard fries, you know. And so he said, here, he was like, you know, you want to split it in half? I said, split it in half? No, that's your burger. That's the burger you ordered for yourself that you wanted. I want the burger that I ordered. You brought me here to eat a nice burger that I want, right? And so it was just the fact that he didn't think to like, no, you bring her order out. Yeah, like, you know. So I don't know if it's that he didn't want to pay the additional. Or,
yeah, that was it.
I don't know, but he asked to split the burger in half. I said, no, that's fine. So I just sat there like this and I watched him, and he's just eating his food and talking. And I'm like, and at first I said, I'm not going to order. I'm just going to sit like this to make a statement.
Wow.
And then I was just sitting there thinking like, and my dad said, he said, I would never do that.
That's wild.
Very wild.
And you know, there was actually some guys that said, you know, it was my fault because I didn't communicate that I wanted my burger. I said, I shouldn't have had to. I ordered it. That meant I wanted it.
Wait. Right? Hold on. First, if you invite a lady out for food, wait. I told you earlier, there's some people ain't that smart. I told you earlier.
But that was one of the funnier dates that I laughed about with friends afterwards.
Right.
You know.
I remember that post.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. And hearing you say it just hits a little bit different because this is actually a date or supposed to be a date where two people are supposed to be getting to know each other, yada, yada, yada. But who goes out on a date, goes to a burger joint and splits their food in half? I don't want you touching my food. I'm married now. I don't even want my wife touching my food, and we right next to each other. I don't want you touching my food.
And you a grown man. Why you want to eat half a burger? It wasn't like I don't know if he thought he was being a gentleman by saying eat half my burger. I'm trying to figure out.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was
sense.
just trying to be nice, because I for sure would have been like, if I was in his, I'm like, you want half of mine? Like, meanwhile yours comes out, or you want to buy
mine is being ordered? I would accept that.
Yeah.
But no, there was no offer of you getting yours. It wasn't no offer. There was no offer. There was no.
A couple things went through my mind. I said, I'm gonna sit here and just watch him eat and see what he says. And then I said, well, maybe I'll go up there and just pay for my own burger. And,
I would have
get the one I wanted.
I would have left with my order.
And then I was like, or maybe I'm just gonna walk out of here right now. Like I didn't know which way I want to go with it.
That you know, plan 3. I would pick 3. Walk out.
Ordering.
Well,
can I get this to
when
go?
I left, I was done.
Gone.
When I left, I was done. And anyway, I caught some flack from a few guys that said, "Hey, well, men can't read your mind. How does he know how you feel?" And it's like, I shouldn't have to express that. If you tell me you're inviting me to take me out to this fabulous burger place, got the best burgers in LA. I order one that I want. You see how excited I am, and then you don't get it for me? Like, why did I even go?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense.
I think too, that's why some women want fancy restaurants, because you waste my time when I'm humble and I pick the nice little $10 burger. This is how I get treated. So I
Right.
think that's why some women set the bar so high. Like, you're not taking me out unless you're taking me out to a fancy restaurant, because then I know you're invested. Because girl, he was not trying to spend them extra $20 for a burger.
No,
But the
no, not at
A
all.
burger though. You
but the
said junkyard fries though. Hold on, that caught my attention.
hold on, Benji. But before we get into that, I still have a question though. If you, when you were going through what you wanted to order, was the waitress there or was she not
She was
there?
just a dingbat or something. I don't know why she did
That's
not.
the question I have because
Maybe
if
she
you
liked
told
him, because that's
her,
what I got. I'm
if
like,
you
how
told
often
her,
you go there?
she should have
Right.
took the order.
I don't
But
know how she got the order wrong.
gentlemen rules is if you bring food to the table, if I'm on a date, gentlemen rules, you brought my food to the table first.
I don't eat until you eat.
I don't eat until you get your food.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they done brought my burger, my fries, now you gotta understand, I love radio life French fries.
French fry. Oh, I got the French fry.
So, but if we sitting there and you can have a couple French fries with me, you know what I'm saying, that type of vibe, but we don't eat. I ain't finna dive into no complete meal of my food and you sitting there watching me. That is awkward within itself for me to be sitting there eating and I'm grubbing, juice running down your boy elbow,
exactly.
the whole night, and I'm just sitting there like, you all right, girl?
Right. My dad said two things would have happened. He said, listen, he said either he said if I would have split it with you, I would have made sure she ordered yours and we could have split. And then when yours came, we split yours. So we both got a taste of the different burgers. We could have did it that way. He said, or I would have ordered your food and I would have sat there and waited, even if my food got cold, waiting for your food to come out.
That's the fact. That's just gentleman rules. And we would have been eating your burger, watching the moon with the top up somewhere while we left, and she wouldn't have got her tip.
You know what? There was a couple guys. Remember, I don't know if you read through the post, but there was a couple guys on that post that said, well, where is it that's a lot of 45 or 50, whatever bucks it was for a burger. That's a lot. I said, wait a minute. You guys are stuck on the wrong thing. Yeah. That's a cheap date.
It is.
He chose to take you there.
Even if it came to $80, we got 2 burgers here now.
Right.
That's a cheap date.
It is.
For a first date, you trying to impress me.
If it was $10 tacos, wait for me to eat.
Whoever was defending that, you are proof that the dating market is a problem because I don't care. Now I understand if he was broke and he didn't have the money, because brothers like the front. And listen, you're trying to impress a girl.
Well, then wait till payday.
You know what?
Listen, call your bank and make sure you got enough money on your card. Get a little money from your friend. Make sure you got it all in place, whatever you doing in the back.
That brother just
go hiking. Let's go hiking then. You don't want to spend money? Let's go hiking.
You know what? One of my best dates actually, that stands out to me. I went with this guy like 5 years ago. It was one date we went on. We went and got some street tacos. You were talking about tacos. He spent $20 on the whole date. Got street tacos. We hiked up to the top of this mountain where you could watch the sunset. And we played this little card game or whatever at the top of the mountain. We were just talking. We were just sitting out there watching the sunset. I was like, this is kind of dope. It cost him nothing, but it was just a dope experience because he put it together. There was a level of surprise to it. I really didn't know what I was getting into. Right. And then he also put together some things that in conversation he heard me say. Like he heard me say, I like tacos, I like to hike, So I thought that was kind of dope. But he got a little clingy, so that was that. But
oh Lord.
Yeah.
Here we go.
See,
okay, so hold on.
Go ahead, Ken.
So hold on. See, this is where it gets good, right? So you said he got clingy, but the date was awesome. So
the date was cool.
It was cool. So when you say he got clingy, can you talk to us a little bit about that so we can
when I say clingy, I'm talking about like the very next day. Now, I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm willing to, if I'm interested in somebody and you seem cool, I'll carve out some time. I'll make time. But generally, I'm busy. But yeah, so by the second day, we were like kind of phone tag. We didn't get a chance to talk. The next day after that, he went off on me because I was texting and he wanted to have a phone conversation. Well, I move around a lot. Not all the time can I have a phone conversation. So
right.
I said, listen, texting sometimes it's better for me,
Right.
Yeah. So after 2 days of texting and 2 days of him going off, I was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Got it.
But that's also part of the dating process of actually understanding what you're getting into. Because you don't pick a woman to go out with that, you know what I'm saying, you don't understand what you're dealing with. Even when I was dating, I mean, I planned most of the dates anyway, so, but even in that space, you do have to know what you're getting into. Like, I was a busy person, so most you're going to get to me is about 7, 8 o'clock at night. And then we can actually chat when I'm sitting down. I done have my dinner, all that type of stuff. Then we can chat. We can talk a little bit more. But throughout the day, yeah, you just ain't getting that response time like you want. And if you're tripping like that, yeah, I'm out. I'm good. Yeah, you can have that. The rest of that, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like to me that guy was kind of old school in his mindset of where people used to have a little bit slower lives. Now everybody's busy, right?
Right.
The most of the time when you meet a person, they're going to be busy. If they're productive in their adulthood and doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to be busy. So, but again, that's one of those things like Benji was saying too, where I think that's what dating is for, to see what kind of expectations you have for people, and rightfully so. Like you said, he got clingy because you got to understand why I asked that, because I know some women who will say, well, he got clingy because he was trying to go out on another date too soon, or something like that. So I just try to understand like what clingy means, because it means different things for different people, right?
Right.
But in your case,
It wasn't so much that he wanted my time. I appreciated that. It was more so the fact that he went off on me about it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's crazy. He's crazy. He's going off. That's crazy.
That was like, I don't even know you well enough to.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
girl, why you ain't call me? Why you ain't call me? Why?
Yeah, that's too much.
That's crazy energy. That's crazy energy, and you
yeah.
rightfully so got rid of him. So yeah, kudos to you for that.
Good job. So you got good job.
I got a little bit of discernment, a little bit,
just a little bit. Good job.
All right.
But old boy with the burger, yeah, he was out of pocket. And anybody that was actually defending that, you out of pocket too.
Facts.
And you probably ain't married or none of that. So you can't listen to the folks who, yeah. So you good though.
They out of pocket because they want you out of their pocket. That's really what that is.
I don't even know if I have the will in me anymore. I've just deep dived into work, and I don't even and another thing, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I'm gonna be honest. People ask me all the time, they say, I can't believe you not with nobody. It must be by choice. And I hate when men say that. And I don't understand why they think that. Because I mean, I can call somebody right now, boom, and be with somebody. That's not a problem.
Right.
But we going to have the same interest? Are we going to, have the same core values? That might not mean anything. So when people say you single because you want to be single, you by choice, I'm like, no, that hasn't always been the case. Now I am in this stage where I am. It's like, I don't even bother anymore. But men don't generally try to talk to me.
Well, you know why though, right?
And you're going to say, and this is what a lot of my male friends say, oh, they're intimidated by you.
No, not the intimidation. It's when the man that could be interested in you may actually feel like, not intimidation, but may feel like you're out of his league. So in a sense, they see you doing all these great things. They see you traveling. They see you doing all of these great things, right? The average guy who may have a great interest in you may not approach simply just because they may think they're not at the space to where they can actually, I don't even know if compete is the right word, but be in that space to where they could actually be in that space to where they could actually get some compatibility from you. Because you are busy. You are all over the place. You are successful, right? It's not that the intimidation might not be there. It's just guys may feel like, you know what, I ain't at that level yet.
It's been like that pretty much my entire adulthood. Like men will always talk to my friends around me, but they never talk to me. And one of my friends was telling me, we went out the other day and he was like, yeah, when we were at your birthday party, I heard a lot of men,
Right.
they were talking about you, but they were afraid to go up to you. And I said, that's so weird to me. I said, because I'm approachable.
Right.
And he said, I
You
know that
think
because
you're
I'm your friend.
approachable,
He said, but
though.
men don't think that about you. They don't
Say
think you're
that again,
approachable.
P.
You think you're approachable because I get told that all the time. They're like, your face just doesn't look very welcoming. It's not friendly. It's not. It takes a
Resting
strong
bitch face.
personality to come towards you.
RPF.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know.
Right.
And we think we're like, no, but I'm so friendly. Maybe we're not all that friendly. You know. I just got lucky with my partner that he kept pushing, but yeah, I don't get approached or I didn't get approached a lot because I get told that too. "Oh, we didn't think you were so down to earth or you're so cool." Um,
Right.
so you think you're approachable, but
And I can agree with that because I used to get that all the time. Women thought I wouldn't have no. People have this idea about me, and they don't know it
You
because it's
do got a
not in
mean
your space.
face, a little bit. You look a little mean.
Oh
I'm
man.
mad.
But here's the funny part: is they used to think this, so they wouldn't. Every time I take them out, when I would approach them, then they would get because I could read when a person's trying to holler, and it's like, oh, okay. So then you approach them, which most women expect. But I'm kind of the opposite. I need mutual energy. Like you say something to me, I say something back to you, and vice versa. If you're not giving off that, then I ain't gonna spend a whole bunch of time trying to spin my wheels to get at you because it's just I don't take
And I
rejection
feel
well.
like for the guy it's hard. And I think a lot of women try to say in this era, a lot of women will say, oh, guys want the woman to approach him. No, I get it. You want
Right,
her to at least give you something to go off
right,
of.
right.
You ain't necessarily got to meet me halfway, but give me a little look. Let me
Give me a
know,
little
let me know
something.
what we're doing here.
Pull,
Yeah.
pull your pull your dress, pull your leg
Whoa.
up or something, your
Hold
dress up
Whoa.
or
on.
something.
Damn, I
Whoa.
feel weak or
Now
something.
look, listen, I'm gonna flash you a smile, and if you don't get it, listen,
She like
I'm
I'm.
not going up to a man. I'm sorry. You
She said
guys
that's
know
No,
all
who
she
are. You got
that's
flashing.
some
me.
That is
rejection.
all
I'm not
she's
getting
flashing.
rejected.
She got about 3 seconds. She like 3 seconds and
Listen,
I'm
I'm
done.
a this and and you don't after that, if you don't get it,
At least you give that. I'm horrible. I was
Fellas,
like, I like this man. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tag his Instagram and show off his dog. Showed up, he didn't bite. I had to wait like a whole nother month before he decided to inbox me. I'm like, sir, I've been waiting on you.
You know what though? You know what I've noticed from the outside looking in on the dating scene,
right,
is like I said, I was talking about situationships versus real relationships. A lot of people have become so accustomed to the situationship that they
yeah,
don't even know how to approach a real relationship because it takes too much work for a real relationship, right? And a
right,
lot of guys will look at a woman like Sequoia and see that she's well versed, she has
right.
success, she looks great, and they're like, that's too much work. Why would I want to put in that much work when I
True.
can go over
no,
here
I feel you. Because
and
Right.
I really don't feel like people these days actually want relationships anymore.
they
That's why I
don't?
kind of just got out of the dating scene because I mean, to be honest with you, if you can get everything that that you're trying to get, why deal
Low
with
hang,
the headache of a relationship? And I feel like that's the way most people are looking at it.
Yep.
low
You
hanging
know,
fruit. Low
and it's
the
felt.
low hanging fruit.
I mean, I
I
can't speak
think
for
too
men,
though,
but that's the
men are
vibe that I
so
get is that men don't not worry about relationships these days.
no, is that men get hurt one time and they're like, it's over.
I'm
I'm
done.
done.
Yeah.
They're all the same. And we gotta deal with it. That's really what it is. Men just like it just we keep trying women. We like, okay, the next one gonna be it. The next one gonna be it. Men, it'd be that one girl that scarred them for the rest of their life. Some girl in high school or something, and then we got hurt from
I
it,
think it's a vicious cycle. I think men and
Yeah.
women are both tainted
Right.
by the things that men and women do. I mean, if you see 90 people, I mean, you see 95 people doing the same thing, you don't have no hope that the last 5 gonna do something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so when men look at women and they all doing the same thing, they all saying the same, talking about the same thing, you know, they don't have the confidence that they're gonna come across a woman who's gonna be different. And I think women feel the same way. You know,
women don't want to be women no more though. Women don't want to cook for you. They don't. If my man wakes up at 12 a.m. and tells me he want a sandwich, guess where I'm at? In the goddamn kitchen making a sandwich. Women don't want to do that no more though. And I get it. We don't want to be barefoot and pregnant walking around. I get it. But at the end of the day, like, you still have to give that nurturing and comfort for a man to want to be like that.
If a man can tell me, hey, you better get up, go fry some chicken, I'm gonna be like, what? Fry this chicken. Fry your chicken.
I'm talking shit, but I'm gonna be frying that chicken.
I might talk mess, but I'm gonna go fry the chicken.
I'm gonna fry that chicken. Yeah, that's how I am. I'm gonna fry that chicken. I might be tired. It might come out a little salty, but I'm gonna go fry it.
Hey, listen, trust me. Trust me, when you are in that space and when you've been in that space and you're multifaceted, a lot of stuff is going to be interesting to other people because you're an experience now. Oh, you can cook. Oh, you can do this. Yeah, my mom showed me how to iron my own clothes. I don't need you to do that. My mom showed me how to do X, Y, and Z, clean the house, do this. So I don't need you for all of that. At this stage, it's like you're a business partner and we got to know how to do business together, period. I don't need you scaring off the money. So it becomes different, and every person is different in their walk, right? Like, I can't have you scaring off the money. If you don't know how to talk to people, if you don't know how to communicate with people, if you don't know how to reason, if you don't know how to do the things that make for successful business, I'm going to have a problem with you, because at the end of the day, when I get home, I can cook, I could clean, I could do all of those things.
Right.
So it's different so you got to meet somebody that can meet you in that space. And I think a lot of guys have not equipped themselves for a woman of value, or per se, if we want to use that word, to actually really want to deal with them, because they ain't got nothing outside of the bedroom. That a lot of guys aren't that intelligent. It's not that all are. It's just, in this space, you'd be surprised that most women want the 20% of men.
But
and
see,
those are
my thing
intelligent,
is that I
got
know
money,
how to
and so
stay
forth.
in my lane. Like, I know real estate, I know my business, you know what I mean? I know what I'm doing. But I also know how to turn that off.
Right.
So I'm a leader when it comes to guiding people and leading. I'm out in the community, I'm working, I'm all that. But when I get back home, I don't want to lead. I hate making decisions. I only do it by default because I have to.
Submissive.
Right.
I really want somebody else to make the decision. I'd rather him make the bad decision and I say, well, it's okay, baby, we good, than me make the bad decision. I don't want to make decisions.
Makes
sense.
So
I feel like I'm thrown in this position by default because I'm by myself, but I don't want to lead. Matter of fact,
I can dig that.
I was talking to, and this is crazy because my daughter is 17 and we have these conversations, but I told her, I said, listen, if I can tell a man what to do, I don't want him.
Right.
I don't even want him. I like my man bossy. They got to come bossy.
I do too.
I just
want my man to be a man.
I hear that all the time too.
What to do, I don't raise my man. I don't raise my voice. I don't argue at men. And the reason why I don't do that is because I want to always feel like a lady. Right. And then if I argue with you, then I feel like I'm your peer. I'm a man.
In my past relationships, I can say I was very, very aggressive.
Bossy.
Like, no, this is what we're gonna do. This is what. And now with my partner, I'm like, no.
Oh, he must have put you in check.
No, thank you. Yeah, no.
And
I love
trust
it.
Me.
I love it.
It happens. Trust me. Sometimes you gotta. If you don't sit your SITCHO. Sit your.
Yes, sir.
with the quotation marks on the side of it. Oh, yes, that.
Yes. So you came across somebody that put their foot down.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, you ain't gonna play games.
I came across someone that was stronger minded than I was, and I love it. I really do. I can honestly say.
All right. Well, all right. Eventually, we're gonna get Sequoia hooked up on this job. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a dating show. I'm telling you.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, you know what? Shout out to Benji for talking that into existence. But man, it's funny because every now and again I go back and look at some of our old episodes, and
Right.
y'all have seen the 20-in-1 videos where I'll pop the balloon. We
Mhm.
had a similar idea to that a long time ago,
Yeah.
and we
Oh,
didn't do it. And lo and
it
behold,
got
look
has
at what's
gone
popping.
viral.
You gotta
Literally.
jump on those things. You gotta
Yeah, I
jump on
You
know.
them.
do. You
I know
do.
we me and Benji have had many conversations about
I'm telling
some
you.
of the old ideas that we didn't follow up on, and then we see other people grab them and go viral and make moves with them. So, but
It's all
hey,
right. It's all
I
right.
still got anger issues. You pop your balloon, I'm gonna stop in the whole middle of the show and be like, "Excuse me,
You see how bad they talk about people
excuse
once they
me."
pop the balloon?
you know what? That is a good segue to a topic that I had on here. That's
Mhm.
part of the problem. Okay, so who's the real problem here? Men, women, or is it social media? Because when you see those pop the balloon shows, they bring out so much negativity, right? They
Right.
show you people's real mindset because people will come
Mhm.
out and number one, I get you, P, because I'm gonna tell you straight up. If I'm on a pop the balloon show and I walk out before I even say a word, and somebody pops their balloon, they already checked on my list. So when I get to them, I'm already roasting them in my
Yeah,
head.
man.
I'm
Facts.
gonna have
Facts.
something
Facts.
negative to say when I get to
Facts.
them.
I don't like you. Why is your toes hanging over your
Facts.
shoes?
I'm
And why
Cause
is
analyzing
the
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 back
big
of
dreads,
your
toe.
cause they
heels not
hanging.
lotioned?
Yes.
You can't do this on this
I'm
show.
already calculating in my head. I'm already
Facts.
roasting. I already
Facts.
got the clip loaded. So
Listen, you're
Facts.
not gonna embarrass me. This is the
Yeah, that's what
look.
I think. Nobody
We
likes
both
to get
gonna be
embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
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 nobody
we
likes
all
to,
gonna leave crying.
but at the end of the day, we're in this. That's where social media gives a false sense of reality because you ain't gonna really embarrass nobody really out in public like that. You get what I'm saying? Like openly like that. See, because
Right.
Sequoia, if you was at the rest, see,
But
you was at
also
the
you're
restaurant,
not around a lot of people. You talking about a lot of people are watching this.
right?
hmm
Millions.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
So
millions.
if your situation was actually on TV and bruh is sitting there eating, you know what I'm saying, and you sitting there like this, do you not know how many people would murder him on social media?
Mhm.
That would actually be a good scene to write into a movie. Like now that I'm visualizing when she was talking about it,
I'm
Go
telling
I'm
you.
like,
patent it.
I'm
I'm
like,
telling you.
yeah.
We should do a skit. I'm telling you, we
Uh,
should do a skit. I'm trying
hey,
to tell you.
I'm calling Tubi in the morning. We're gonna get it popping.
Not Tubi.
that's
I'm
funny.
gonna recreate that, Sequoia, and I'm gonna send it to you. All
No,
right.
no, no. There's horrible.
So
I
would you
remember one
guys
time.
go and pop the balloon? Would you
If I was
guys do
single,
that?
yeah.
If I was
If I
No.
was
single, yeah, I
single,
would.
yeah,
You
I
If I
would?
would.
was single, I
Yeah,
would. Yeah.
Okay. See, I
If
yeah.
I
not.
was single, I would. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I
I'm
don't
I'm
like
I'm
I got too
embarrassment.
much pride because as soon
I'm
as you
okay
Yeah,
start
with
I don't
that.
like
talking,
embarrassment.
I'm okay
You're
with
not
that.
gonna pop my
You
balloon.
you can't embarrass me. You can say whatever you
Yeah.
want. I got a clip full. So
Facts.
we finna entertain this audience and we gonna entertain this host and we gonna get the likes and the clicks and to
It's
well,
go
gonna
you
turn
know
to
they're
viral.
gonna
fight
Facts.
night with
cut.
me.
They're
And
gonna
I
cut and
don't
put
have
on there what they want you to see. They're gonna
Hey,
edit
they
it.
gon' well, I'm gonna give them a
They might
show.
cut your
It's gonna
whole
be a
part
lot of
out and just
content.
show her clowning you.
It's gonna be a lot of content. It's gonna be a lot of
do
content, right?
do
So,
not be ugly and pop your balloon on me,
But they be the
because
ones with
I
the most
promise.
confidence.
well, I'm not gonna lie
I'm
to you.
just telling you,
I'm
if
not gonna
you
lie to you.
ugly and your feet hanging over, I'm trying to tell you, it goes down to it goes
Well,
down to the minuscule. It's like
Got the
why your
claws.
cuticles ain't cut.
well,
You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna go in. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
well. But see,
I definitely would be going in for
see,
sure.
for
I,
me,
I couldn't even, to be honest with you, I couldn't even go on I've never even been on a dating site. So I just, for the fear of somebody seeing me that knows me, or like,
Right.
just because I feel like dating sites are mainly for
Hookups.
sex. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't do it. So I couldn't imagine myself going on a show, and I have a bad
Bad
anger
attitude.
issue. You pop that balloon,
Yeah.
I'm going off.
Yeah, P. I think you would. I think you I think in your backsliding days, you was a pimp. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I see the pimp in you. I seen it from day one. And her
dead.
backsliding days, she was
The
backhead.
P is the pimp.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm trying to tell you, I know
I
it. I know it.
cannot. Do not put me on one of them shows because it would be every stereotype about a Hispanic woman would come out that day.
Right.
She gonna start speaking in Spanish and everything like, oh, she mad.
Hijo de tu.
And see, for me to go on one of those shows, like because I haven't been on a dating market for so long, I feel
Right.
like the things that women list now for what they're looking for outside of being light skinned, that's probably a detriment to some of some of those shows.
You
Based
know,
on what the
all
old lady
women
said.
want nowadays is money. That's all they
But
care
Oh, yeah,
about.
that's fact.
but when you walk out and you're my height and you got a beard, and I check a lot of the boxes that they talk about. So that's why
Right.
I said, I mean, going on one of those shows, knowing that I used to watch the Pop the Balloon shows all the time, like every day. So
Right.
I hear the what the women are looking for, and I'm like, yeah, if I was on one of those shows, I would check a lot of those boxes, and I can hold a conversation, and you know, what I'm saying I got a job, I check a lot of the boxes, right?
Easy
But
work.
yeah, so it's
And
not
you
not
tall,
that.
you tall.
Yeah. So if you walk in the room and you're 6'5", automatically, like women be like, okay, he's tall.
Right.
Then you see, oh, he's got a beard. Like I hear women talk about this all the time,
Yeah.
and it's it's funny to me. And they're like, oh, your teeth are straight. Like
Right.
I mean, this is basic stuff to you know, from just a human standpoint, but these are the type of things that these women are looking for.
The
And
aesthetics. Right.
yeah, the aesthetics. And it's like, okay, so what about when I start a conversation with you? How much does that mean? They were like, well, if you look good, if you look this way. And I'll say this, I talk to a lot of women, like a lot of my homegirls, and I tell them to their faces, y'all are too caught up on the aesthetics, and that's why y'all miss out on a lot of opportunities in these guys that you're looking for. Because like I have one homegirl, oh my God, if she don't leave me alone about being light skinned, I don't like light skinned guys. I've never liked light skinned guys. Well, that's why you don't have nobody. Maybe God is sending you a
Right.
light skinned guy and you keep sending him back. Right? Look at the guy for who he is and what he can contribute and bring value to your life.
I don't even really think women go, look for aesthetics now these days. I feel like a lot of women, I don't like to blanket people. I don't like to do that because I hate when people do that to me. But
Right.
I feel like many women, because their generation of mothers are basically trained to look for somebody that's going to take care of you.
Right.
And the girls grow up without learning anything or having anything to contribute or to offer. They think all they got to do is just be pretty and have a nice body or get their body done, and that's all they need. And
That's true.
and just go look for a guy that's willing to pay. But the thing is this, everybody's beautiful now. Everybody's
Ooh.
pretty. I mean, how many beautiful women?
Almost.
Everybody. I mean, with all this makeup and all this injections and all this stuff you can do now, everybody can be pretty and stylish and
Everybody's
have some
beautiful
flavor.
until that baby
But what else
comes.
can you bring to the table?
Everybody beautiful until that baby comes.
You done had that body done. You done had that nose done. You done had them lips done.
That
Little
baby got the real
Leroy
DNA.
is not about to look like that when he come out that womb.
That baby got the
Little
real
Leroy
DNA.
gonna look like E.T. phone home, and it's gonna be a problem. I'm just saying. But it's crazy out here because makeup and all of that. I was big on, I don't need a woman that wears a lot of makeup because a majority of our time, guess what we're going to be spending? If you're working and I'm working, it's going to be nighttime and you're going to be in your booty shorts without no makeup on, yada, yada, yada. And I need you to look pretty in that space because I got about 3-4 hours with you if we get home at 8 o'clock at night. And if you got to take all of that off, that's another hour. And the brother ain't got time for that. So I'm just saying.
Hey man, you know what? This is a lot. This is a lot to unpack for
It's a lot. I mean, I think we could honestly have about 20 different subtopics off of this one whole thing.
Oh yes, easy.
Yes,
easy. And that's
and we can vet a few men and bring them on and say, hey, you know what? Say, bro, what you think about, you know what I'm saying, Sequoia? What you think? And be like, nah, bro, you ain't it. You ain't it. bye. We'll see you. Holler at you later.
You
Block
do
his
like the
number.
3 boxes, and then you just
Yeah.
click them out onto the next
I'm
one.
trying to
Click
Hey,
them
you
out
know
onto
what?
the
That's
next.
kind of the idea that we had many years ago, is to bring
Yes.
people on and have one
should.
person on and just, just channel them through,
I'll
have
make
them
a whole
waiting.
questionnaire for y'all.
Yep.
Listen,
I'm
I'm a
trying to
little
tell you.
shy. I'm a little
It's all
shy.
right.
I can get up and I could stand up in front of thousands of people and do a speech. I can host an event. I can get on this podcast. But as soon as a guy talks to me, I'm like, hi.
No. So you gotta understand. He
I've
ain't.
been with my
You
3
just
years, and
gonna.
he
You
still
just
makes
gonna
me
be
shy.
answering the questions off of your card. That's it.
I think her phone died.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it, because I can be very shy too. My man will tell me, I've been with him 3 years, and he'll still say something. I'm like, not me.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. So when we having these type of conversations, like the question comes up often, who's more delusional about love?
Right.
Men versus women, because I think that's another part of the issue when it comes to dating and finding somebody, is what does love mean to you? Like, for a man, the for man versus women, what I'm saying, in their definition, not men versus women as a whole, but I'm just saying men versus women as far as the definition of love. That's where, the line kind of gets drawn too, because I think women have more of a traditional, view of what love is and the thing that they expect. And these dudes have a new view
Mm-hmm.
of what love is. And, I think the new view of what love is closely tied more to physical than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what can we put together? Our physical chemistry outweighs our emotional and our chemistry on the other hand, right?
Right.
Because if we don't have that good physical chemistry, then nothing else matters. And I think because of that, a lot of people lose out on good people, because I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to when it comes to sex, everybody wants it, but it's like basketball or any sport. Not every game is gonna be your best game, right?
Right.
Maybe you're not on top of your game that day, right?
Right.
Male or female, and if that's what you're basing everything on. This person checks all their boxes, but your experience with them the first time wasn't the best. Then a lot of times they just cut
You
ties
got.
with people.
You gotta redeem your stroke.
Well, I mean, but a lot of the ladies that we've had on this show, especially when it comes to this type of conversation, they
Mm-hmm.
say that the guy's not gonna get a second chance.
Ooh.
so
So that means you got to put in some extra work to try to get that back, because more likely she probably ghosted you if you
well,
sucked
I mean,
in a bad way.
boom, boom.
I know.
But but that's the crazy part, man. It's like, I think everything is now, as we see on a lot of stuff, it's so, as they say, sex centric.
Mm-hmm.
Everything revolves around that.
It's
And
vain.
yeah, and it's not. And as we say, what you build your foundation on is what you're gonna have to
That's
stand
what's
on the
good to
rest of
stand
the
on.
rest of the time that you're with that person. So if you build it
Right.
on just physical, when that runs out, maybe your junk don't work at 55. Okay, so what do you have then? If you don't have, if you
What
have
y'all finna talk
issues,
about?
yeah, like if y'all don't have
Right.
nothing else, like at some point it's gonna rear its ugly head, and you're gonna have problems because you based everything off of the physical aspect of it. Because
Right.
Not
people get,
only that, like, relationships are not easy. There's gonna be days where y'all don't even like looking at each other.
that's a fact.
Right.
And if you don't know how to like get back into that conversation, like me and mine, we'll go like, a day. We're just in our own little worlds. And then it'd be like, so you wanna watch a movie? Yeah,
Right.
all right. And we're right back at it, laughing,
Right.
talk. You have to kind of find your person that's willing to do those lows with you. And
Right.
it's being pretty, being handsome. It's nice. It's nice to like your person to look at, but there's a lot of beautiful looking people with ugly
Who-
souls, and yeah, and
Facts.
that by far makes you look ugly.
That is a big fact, because it's some pretty people. Pretty has taught me a lot of ugly lessons. I'll say it that
Hmm.
way.
Mm, yeah, but ugly is ugly. So
Ugly
you
is ugly.
just don't
That's
be
fact.
that. Just don't be
Just
that.
don't be ugly. I
Like you
mean, if
said,
you're
get
ugly,
in
you're
my
ugly.
struggle.
I mean, Ugly and not so bright is a bad combo. I just want you to know. It's not peanut butter and jelly. It's more
I didn't
like
realize how many people didn't make it past second grade reading
Ooh.
until I became this age. I was like, good Lord, you didn't read out loud in class. I could tell.
reading
You know what?
comprehension is a problem.
Reading
Trust me when I say.
comprehension. That's what I was just about to say. Reading comprehension is the true issue, and you know, when you're talking about reading out loud, it's the fun. Here's the funny part. Benji's laughing because he knows what I'm about to say. I was that dude in school who used who used to call. I used to like, you know how, I don't know if y'all did this out there in Cali, but in Texas we had a lot of teachers who used to read. And me and Benji grew up together. We went to school together. So Benji I think Benji has probably witnessed me do this. So we be in class, and the teacher will be going around asking people to read, and you know how you read, and the teacher says pick somebody else to read. I would always pick the person who I knew that couldn't read.
Kid been roasting people since he was in the womb.
I would reach out. Hey, if we were in reading, I would pick the person that couldn't read, and if we were in math class, and I would do a problem, and they would say pick somebody else to do the next problem, I would pick somebody else I know they know the answer.
So you're a bully, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
He used to be called Red because he used to fight.
A little bit. I was a little bit because
now,
I think
now I see why it's called the fire.
Wait, what did I miss? How did we get there?
Apparently, he was picking on children that can't read when he was in school.
We were talking. Ugly.
Yeah, we were talking about people.
Market.
Yeah, people not being able to read and comprehend things. And I said it's sad because I feel bad in my adulthood because some of those people who are probably having problems comprehending things as an adult were some of those people who I put in bad positions in the classroom back in elementary school. And they just were scarred for life, and they just never could get right. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad in my adulthood now.
You don't.
No, he don't. He just saying it because we on here. You're right. He don't. He do it all over again. You know what?
Hey.
Since you like doing that, you should make
Look, they might be watching right now too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can watch, but if I type some words on the screen, they're gonna be messed up.
No, that's what I'm saying. Make that a part of your segment in the dating show. Be like, all right, so can you read this paragraph out loud to her?
Say that. You know what? That would be actually pretty doggone funny to have some type of reading material for somebody.
Shamar.
Do you know how to do your pin?
Get Shamar. Oh, if we can pull Shamar on and read.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But she said, the better Barker, if you put in it.
Let me ask you guys a serious question.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys got plenty of single male friends.
Yeah.
Do men even want to date? Is there a thing, or let's just say, what's the percentage? I know it's a guy code, so you guys probably don't want to say this, but what's the percentage of men who actually really want to date and maybe get married and really like do that? What's the percentage?
Like 3.
It's a small percentage.
Like 5%. That's what I got in my mind.
In 2025,
they say they want to, but then once they're going through it, and they don't want to.
I'm telling you, the guys that I know, they will say they want a relationship, but again, the definition of relationship is totally different. The relationship that most people think of, older people and traditionalists, is a real relationship, right? Versus a situationship. The thing that a lot of these guys want nowadays would be considered fall into the category of a situationship.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a real relationship. So that's what
I want to hang
out
when I want to hang out, but you're not allowed to tell me what I can or can't do.
Listen, it's very
simple. I think most women are with that because
they just don't want to be,
and they don't feel like being bothered either. So it's like it's working for everybody.
It's two things that occur from all the people that I have conversations with, and I call it the hang out and bang out. That's all they want to do. I want to hang out and I want to bang out. Other than that, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You do your thing, I do mine. We call each other when we want to hang out or when we want to bang out, and then we good. Other than that, there's no pressure involved, right?
I'm too I'm territorial. I can't do that.
Yeah, can live with that. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
me
Well,
and I'm the same way. So,
Yeah, I'm too
but
well, a
territorial.
lot of these people are territorial. They're just temporarily territorial.
yeah,
When it's
No,
mine, is
I'm
mine.
fully territorial. I don't even want to know about your ex-girlfriends. They don't exist.
yeah, I'm same way. I'm the same way. I don't want to know.
Hmm.
In my circle,
So you
Sequoia.
saying there's no hope for me? I might as well just
No,
Nah,
hang it
no,
nah,
up,
there
nah,
is no,
nah,
hang it
nah,
there
up.
nah, nah, nah.
is, there
It's
is.
plenty of hope out there for you. Don't sprinkle that juju. The only difference is that I'm telling you,
It's gonna
all
come
it
when you're the happiest.
is that there is a guy who all he needs to know is can he meet can y'all actually coincide together, because you'd probably be a little bit more successful than him. It's not that he's a
Mhm.
bum, because I don't know no bums, but yeah, that's I'm telling you, that's probably all it is.
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
telling you.
talking about
Do you
going
think
to
men are
Italy next week? He
intimidated by
probably trying to
women
figure
who
out.
I
might?
like I said earlier, I don't think a man's man is not intimidated by no
But
woman.
not that. Should I say? Is it a blow to his ego? Maybe.
No, because where I come from, me and my uncle taught me this. I don't care whose money it is, we both spending it anyway. It's going in
Mm-mm.
the same
I
pot, so it don't
disagree.
matter.
I think these guys are intimidated by
No,
these
they're highly
successful ladies.
intimidated.
They're
I would
highly.
say for my circle, I
No,
wouldn't
no,
say.
no.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
saying
guys
for
like
No,
that.
for
no, that's
for
your
for the
circle, but for the
I'm gonna
most
tell
part,
you who's
yes.
not intimidated though.
Who?
I'm telling you, the ones that have no like qualms about coming up to me and talking to me, no fear. They like missing a tooth in the front.
Oh
They,
yeah. I,
well,
I'm
I'm
You
not
talking.
gonna lie to
you
you.
but you
Every
have
miss
time
to.
I got hit on,
you
Still
miss
got
I
Jerry
was like
curls.
offended.
Like I
you
mean, they
you
have no
miss
fear.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't
Well,
take.
I ain't mad at
it's
them.
not just
I'm
that.
not
It's the
mad.
fact that they have zero to lose. What is it? They've
Right,
heard no
Right.
I just
I
before.
want
get
to know
it.
where they get their
right.
confidence from, because
And,
I would
and
get
listen,
offended.
But
Like,
that's what
you
I'm
really think
saying.
you can pull me?
listen, if you like
They've heard
aesthetics, you
no
could get
a
that
lot.
man some new teethers. I'm just saying.
Well, they've heard no a lot, so it don't matter. You say no
Right.
again, oh well. They done heard it
Yeah.
a million
This is the
times.
Now,
whole cut and paste theory. Send 100 girls the same message, one will bite.
now,
Facts.
Sequoia, you know what cold calling is. Being in that space,
Mm.
you just got a list of numbers that you just got to follow up on, potential leads, and 90% or more are no's, and they tell you all you need is one. Some brothers will
Well, I ain't the one.
90% been told no, but boy, if he could pull you, man, I don't think you understand how, man, that brother be walking like he a king of Jeffrey Joffa
No,
from Coming to
no, but I
America.
I get it, because in the dog world it was like that. All the male breeders were like, yeah, I want to date her. I want to date her. So to when my boyfriend reached out, it was kind of like friends, and then it was like he started pushing the issue. I'm like, oh, hold on, you
Right,
like
right.
me, and it's
It
nice to
becomes a little
know.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice. Everyone around him was like, hold on, you're dating her? Like, you're really dating her? Like,
right.
yeah. Look at us now. I got his baby. So
There you
yeah,
go.
it happens.
All right.
Yeah, I done had
Oh
a baby
wow.
since the last time I talked to you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
See, Sequoia gonna have another baby now. I'm just
No,
playing.
No,
no, no. I'm not
Whoa.
letting you
no.
have a baby.
I'm just
Whoa.
playing. I'm just playing.
Don't send that energy this
No,
way.
no. I was even like, no, no, no.
Whoa.
Don't have a
No,
baby.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Listen,
Don't
I don't
don't
even
Whoa.
think.
want friends that have babies.
But
Listen,
Whoa.
but
I
it
feel you
can
because
be
then we
100%.
can't hang
intimidating.
out. Like mm-mm.
Oh no, I'm still coming outside. No, but
I,
I think it can be intimidating. Like, you're talking about going to Italy next week. They're still figuring out what they're gonna wear tomorrow morning. So,
You know, my
yeah.
son told me, and I don't even know if I believe this or not. But he said, "Mom," he said, "let me tell you something. If you want to get a guy, act broke and helpless." He said, "If you
Oh
act
Oh
no.
no,
broke and
don't do that.
helpless, you'll get a
Mm-mm.
guy." And I said, "It
Don't
might be
do
a
that.
level of truth to that because I see all these bum women out here and we having men, and I'm like, wow,
I,
like."
Well,
I don't
well,
know
I'm
about
telling
that.
you,
You'll attract
there,
some.
but there is some truth to that because
Right,
again, that goes back to the intimidation factor. Like with
right.
you being super successful and you having all this stuff going on, there are men out there who won't approach you simply because that's too much work. They feel like
Right.
that's too much work, and they feel like your expectations are so high that there's no way that they can reach them.
Reach
So
that,
it's
right.
like, why would I put in all this time and effort to do this when I can just go over here and have some fun? So,
So
you
I'm
know,
gonna start using an alias, and I'm gonna be a whole damsel in distress.
I mean,
No,
I'm a whole. Next
Try
time a
it
guy
out.
talk to
Now
me,
when they
my
say,
life
"What
is
are
gonna
you
be in
doing?" Be like, "I'm
shambles.
trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay tomorrow's
create a
bill."
Yeah,
create
You,
Yeah, that's what
create
you
a
gonna say.
create a new page.
thank you.
Create a new
Content,
page.
content. Yes.
Think
I'm
like, how you doing? All these bills due. I just can't take care of nothing. I'm
girl, if you
good.
girl, you got if brother got to come in and feel like Superman, you might. I'm just saying.
my son
Be
might
like,
be on something
oh
here.
my God, I
Listen,
don't even know. I can't even get my nails done this week, and then boom,
Boom.
$120
Nails
in
done.
Girl, I
the
got
Zelle.
you.
Yeah.
Cash app. Feel
listen. I'm
you.
learning. I'm
You
learning.
definitely,
I'm
you
taking it
definitely won't
in.
have to pay for that burger. You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking it in.
Cause I'm like P.
No,
You're talking about going on a tour of Italy, and he can't afford a tour of Italy from Olive Garden. So he's intimidated off the rip. He see you
Right.
cruising the
see that.
world.
I can
He
see
see
that.
you
I can
cruising
see
the
that.
world on your IG, and he's like, "Dang, I can't compete with none of this. I can't
A real,
function in this
9-day
world."
tour.
a
I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm gonna be doing in 9 days.
a real player be like, I'm going too. Your people
Look, I
shall
said
be
I'm
my
going to
people.
Venice.
He thinking
Your
Venice
people
Beach
shall,
like Muscle Beach.
your God shall be my God, and your people shall be
Well,
my
you know
people.
what? Next time you guys have me on a show, I'm gonna have the man because I'm gonna switch the game up. Watch.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Next time a guy talk to me, my whole life will be in shambles.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Watch.
I have a friend that lives in Georgia, and she knows a lot of people out there. So
Well, I'm in Long Beach, but
Oh, I thought you was out there. Oh, you're
I'm
on the.
here in
Let's
Georgia,
see
not
where you're in
working.
my side.
I'm here in Georgia visiting my old sweet grandmother who's ill. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my story.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not working.
That's my
Not
story, and I'm
working here.
sticking to it.
I was in a standby flight.
All right, so check this out. As we get ready to kind of wrap this thing up, we got a couple of segments that we'd like to wrap the show up with. So this first one, with the dating pool being so murky, some folks would rather, lean into something more familiar versus something new, right? So my question, my last question of the night would be: would you date your ex for $1 million?
No, you good.
Would you
I'll pay
date your
y'all
ex?
$1 million to take them.
Wow. All right. So P says no. Sequoia, would you date your ex for $1 million?
I already got $1 million.
All right.
See,
That's my answer.
See.
No,
Then you just
absolutely
alienated.
not.
You just alienated more dudes with that.
No, let me tell you the truth.
No, I'm just messing.
Let me tell you the truth. Had I stayed with my ex, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Right.
Understood.
So to go back is, I'm closer
Yeah.
to the million not being there.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, Benji Banks, what about you, my guy?
X, what is that?
I don't even remember mine, so that's been a
I
long
don't-
time ago. It's been like 2 decades ago.
Who that? I don't know.
Tunnel
who that-
vision. I see one
I don't-
person.
I don't know who that
Yeah.
is.
right.
I love
Never
my
met
Okay, but
him.
you got to answer the question too. What about you?
Who, me?
Ken.
Yeah, that's why I said mine's been 2 decades ago. I can't even remember.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay. I thought that was.
That's definitely a no. I'm
I
sorry,
don't
I
even know
can't
who
even get
that
the
is.
$1 million.
Right.
I
Ran into some crazy chicks when I was in the dating market. Yeah, no, I'm good, fam.
The last couple I
I'm
dated
good.
before,
I was so they were so
They was fine.
horrible that I was like, let me just enjoy being single. I started taking myself out on dates. I was going to the movies alone, popping popcorn. Like, I was having the time of my life.
I met a
No.
lot of fine, pretty girls with mental issues. They was pretty, they was
That tracks.
successful, and listen. And I was like,
51.
yeah, nah.
exactly.
Because this is what I used to. This is what I used
So
to
is that
find
why a
out.
lot of guys get
No,
with like plain
he
looking girls and
actually-
like
he
they don't even
actually-
be cute?
I
But he
dated a
actually
chick,
had a chick that was 5150.
5150.
I bet.
She was 5150. She wanted me to put her out on the freeway.
What did you do to
So
her?
Did you
no,
put?
I see. So let me go through this story because this is funny in a sense. But it was my first time meeting her. Beautiful girl. And I mean Latina, whole nine, pretty, just boom, good. And I should have known when she had to Uber to the restaurant I was taking her to. Because I was like, all right, I'm going to, Uber to your spot. She was like, no, let's just meet at the restaurant. And I was like, all right, cool. Meet at the restaurant. She Ubered there. So now I was going to take her home afterwards. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. I get in there and the girl sits down. She's drinking. And I don't know she's on syrup. I don't know she's on these 5150 pills.
Oh, she really was. She really did have issues.
Yes. And I didn't know. And when I tell you one of the prettiest girls, body, face, natural, 100K, make, like, great job, holding on everything, all verified. But it's time to go home. But at this particular point in time, like, she's drunk now. And I didn't know she was a drunk. Had to do the whole breathalyzer in her car, the whole nine. I didn't know this until I'm on now on the free. Now, mind you, I don't know where she lives, so I can't take her home. But I'm like,
did you put her out on the freeway?
No, I got to listen. The P in me pulled over. I'm trying to tell you, the P in me, because I come from a long line of wig snatchers and pimps. All right. And I pulled over, but the gentleman in me was like, nah, you can't do it, Benji. Like, take her home. Because that, if anything happens to her, you're the last one being seen with her, yada, yada, yada. So eventually she gave me her address and I took her home. She ended up becoming one of the coolest girls I've ever met. I just found out she has issues. She's really on meds. She's really this, really that, like all of these types of things. And I'm like, yo, man, this is wild. But from an aesthetic point, yeah, she fit the description for even me to go out on a date with her. But all the other stuff, when you at home with her and you find out your chick got to go and the way I found out is I went in her bathroom because this is a rule. They always tell you to go in their bathroom. I got to go pee. So I go in and I look in the cabinet and I'm Googling what the heck is Sequoia? What the heck is this? And I'm like, man, ain't this?
So you telling me now you got to ask for school transcripts to see if they rode the short bus is what you telling me.
Man,
it really takes time to get to know somebody. I mean, you can't do it in a month, 2, 3. Like, it takes years to really learn somebody.
You really don't even know someone until you live with them, because people can pretend until
That's
you
true.
live with them.
That's true.
Facts. And once you live with them and you start finding out little stuff, you be like,
yeah, but you can ask them about their education, ask them if they had an IEP before. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing negative. But, if they had an IEP, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the reason for that. Let's talk about the 504 plan.
Right.
You had that.
Now, listen, I used to teach. There's kids that have an IEP and they go on to be successful in life.
There's not a negative connotation to it because that's what my first degree was in, education. But it's just the fact of when you have these conversations with people and you bring these things up and their eyes perk up, it's like, yeah, I did have one of those. So yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk
about that. Let's talk about why you had that, because that might
how's your relationship with soap and water?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
and a rag. Don't forget the rag.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
because you might be using a loofah, and loofahs don't get you as clean as the rag.
Well, you using something no more than your hands. So.
Something. You have to say some people just out there using the bar, bro.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
That is a fact.
Some people just out there using the bar.
That is a pure fact. It is a fact. So
just
Sequoia,
put the soap
when
in
you're
their
out
hand.
there, these are some questions you gotta ask. Do you throw things? Do you live with your mama now?
Listen, I'm talking about saying my life in shambles. I'm out of it. Somebody got to really come and grasp my attention. I'm so
right.
Out
No,
of the
we
dating
understand.
game.
I'm telling you, we're gonna put together a show. I've been teasing you about this, but we're gonna put together a show, and we're gonna bring on. We're
I'll
gonna have
tune in.
Patricia.
I'll tune in.
We're gonna have Patricia and P. Vet the guys, and
Check.
we're gonna put on a little show, and we're gonna hook it up. And all you're gonna have to do is just answer some cue card questions, and we're gonna boom, and then we're gonna vote right there, boom. And it'll be like, nah, he ain't it. Nah, he ain't it. I think so and so should take you out on a date, and then we'll come back and do a date episode. And when y'all married, we'll be like the Fiyah session. Hook
Can
it
I be
up.
a flower girl? I just
On this week's episode
be
of
the
For the
flower.
Love of Sequoia, Fire Edition.
I'm dead.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but we had a lot of fun this episode, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up and give people some of their time back. We appreciate the ladies coming through and kicking it with us and acting up a little bit. I think they're a little bit surprised at some of the antics we do, but hey, you know what? This is the Fire session and this is how we get down. So you know what I'm saying? We like to enjoy ourselves, have fun, but also have serious conversation about some serious things here and there.
It's good to have real conversations and hear the other person's side. So good show.
Nice
Thank
to
you,
hear
thank
how
you,
other
thank
people
you.
think.
Yeah, thank you for y'all joining us. You know, Pushin P, Sequoia. We appreciate y'all. You've been rocking with Big Ken, Benji Banks, and our Fire friends today on the Fire session. The Fire doesn't stop here. Catch us next week with more heat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next session. And drop your thoughts in the comments. We definitely want to hear from you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in to this live. Until next time, stay lit. It's the Fire session. Peace.
Deuces. Holla.